The honourable member for Halifax, Citadel-Sable Island.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Advanced Education. We know how desperately students need access to affordable housing. This department released massive amounts of unbudgeted funding last year for student housing projects across the province. But we were concerned to discover that the units being built at NSCC campuses will be rented at something the government calls fair market averages, and I'll table that. Students are already facing extraordinary financial pressures, from cost of living increases to the highest tuition in the country. Can the minister explain how fair market average will be affordable for students?
The Honourable Minister for Advanced Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Member Opposite, for that question. Students are absolutely at the centre of everything we do, and it's affordability for students and overall for students. That's important. And we can't just look at housing as in student affordability. We look at it as an umbrella where we're looking at tuition, we're looking at transportation, we're looking at housing. We did announce 3 NSCC student housing projects before we even started our first ever student housing strategy. And Mr. Speaker, I truly wish that I had inherited a student housing strategy, because it takes time to build housing.
The honourable member for Halifax, Citadel-Sable Island.
I want to clarify that market average is not affordable for students, at least not by the widely accepted definition from the CMHC, which states that housing is considered affordable if it costs less than 30% of a household's before tax income, and I'll table that. The minister has indicated that the student housing strategy will be released later this year, but will not include a definition of affordable housing. Instead, the department will continue to allow individual organizations and housing providers to set their own rents. Will the minister commit that the student housing strategy will present a path to truly affordable housing for students and young people in Nova Scotia?
The Honourable Minister for Advanced Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Member Opposite, for that important question. And to speak about the student housing strategy, Mr. Speaker, we are looking at solutions that are short-term, mid-term and long-term solutions. Those short-term solutions are needed now. We know that we can make decisions based on things that's not going to take 3 years to build or 5 years to build. We know that we can have an immediate impact, and that's what's important. We're looking at our private sector, we're looking at our public sector, we're looking at our university system, we're looking at our colleges, everybody, and working with students in order to find the solutions for them. And we know, Mr. Speaker, that the demographic has changed. The demographic has changed where it's not just 18-year-olds that are coming into the market for housing, but we're looking at families coming from international markets coming in. We're doing everything we can, Mr. Speaker.